right, and we are now live. Hello, hello, welcome. Oh my gosh, it feels so good to be back. Hi. Oh my god, I know it's been a while, but I'm back, and I'm back to painting. And since I've been gone, I have been working on this Teku inspired painting, Shirako as a DJ. So I'm super, super excited to continue working on it. And I hope all of you enjoy watching me paint as well. When I was working on this, I started working on his sleeve here. Before, how I shaded it, it was all super smooth, and I was like, why does it look like weird skin when it's supposed to be a shirt? And then I was like, oh, it doesn't have fabric wrinkles. Duh. So I am now going back in and adding in wrinkles. I already finished it here. Now I'm going to work on this arm, and that's going to be what I'll work on today. We'll see where it kind of goes. The bracelets might be dry enough for a second layer. Kind of we'll see some of the background, like the blue and the white here. I could do that. I don't know if I'll necessarily start in his hand or his face today, but we'll see. We'll just see where the stream goes today. So yeah. All right. So to be careful, these edges are still kind of dry. Or no, they're not dry, they're drying. I'm gonna flip this around to make sure it's still in a good point of view. Actually, might have to be like this. Sorry, it's like super upside down for you guys. But this is like the best way for me to work on it for the moment. Even for me, it's a little sideways. And I have a reference picture here. Let's go, and actually I'm gonna move this aside. And I am going to reactivate these paints on my palette. And yeah, so I'm just adding some turpentine to my oil paints. They were a little dry. It's almost kind of like adding water to the watercolors, reactivating them a little bit, because I don't want to completely have to mix new colors, and I shouldn't be able to. As you can see, they're still somewhat alive. So yeah. And I have one more, my super dark over here. This one's actually still nice and alive. All right, there we go. Now putting this aside and bringing this piece back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on it. I'm like, I wonder if I can work on it in a way where all of you can see it a little bit better, but no, it doesn't look like it. It's okay. It'll be a better final reveal at the end. Taking my thin brush, and how I like to do fabric wrinkles is I like to go in with a light color, and I do have a reference picture in front of me, and it's kind of like paying attention how is the fabric flowing. And so with my light color, I go in and I trace what's gonna be the top part of the wrinkles. You all can see pretty good. Yeah, you can see. And it's kind of a bit of a tedious process. But definitely I know it doesn't look like much right now because it looks like I just kind of painted some white lines. But trust the process. That's what you gotta do in art, just trust the process. And there we are. And I'm going in with my kind of like more of a medium gray, and I go now around the white and blending it. And you know what? I think too, I'm going to add some highlights of yellow. That's going to be like kind of like the reflection from the background. And I didn't reactivate my yellow paint, which is still wet on my palette. So I'm going to add some turpentine to that. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of turpentine to my lighter yellow. And I have an orange over here too, which I might have to remix the orange, maybe not. Maybe not. I think I can salvage what I have left of this orange. I'm so sorry if that made a horrible noise. I have no idea. I just bumped my paintbrush against my microphone. So I'm so sorry if all of a sudden you heard some weird crack or thunk. I'm like, what was that? Yeah, how the setup is my microphone's literally like right above my palette. I have to be more careful. Sorry. If you didn't hear anything, even better. Perfect. I'm glad. Hey, it's Link. Hi, Link. How you doing? Good to see you here. It's just gonna be a chill day of painting. At least as of right now. Lately, life has been crazy, crazy busy. I've been trying to get ready for my next show. I've been signing up for shows, trying to get an inventory together. Yeah, I've been pet sitting like crazy. Oh my gosh. It's been a lot. But I'm here and I'm happy to be back. It actually feels like a long time since I've been back to streaming. I was like, oh wait, how do I do this again? And for these wrinkles, it's kind of just like blending in layers of the light and the dark until you're happy with it. And right here is gonna be where the dark part, because there's both light coming from this way and there's both light coming from this way. So right here is where my shadow is gonna be. And that's an important thing to keep in mind. Where is my shadow? How does it affect everything around it? Yeah, I actually took a reference photo of myself in this exact position with long sleeves so that I can have a reference photo. That's a nice little art tip if you're doing people, even if you don't look like your character that you're doing, just even like getting fabric right or proportions and that kind of stuff, or shadows, taking your own reference pictures, very useful. I do it all the time for pretty much almost all my paintings. I'll have reference photos that I look up, but then I also have my own vision of what I want to create, so I'll do like a combination thing. I always have multiple reference photos that I go off of. It's never just one. And I have a super dark color, but it looks like it's completely dried up, so I'm gonna have to remix that. And am I out of blue? I am out of French ultramarine. I'm not disappearing. I'm still here. Where is it? There it is. I really like this blue. Super, super nice blue. It's almost like more of a purpley type of blue, like a royal blue. And that's what I've been mainly using in this painting. So a lot of blue, orange, yellow. Yeah, since blue and orange are opposite colors on the color wheel, it has been really tricky blending both the blue and the orange, as would be expected. It's been an interesting challenge, because I don't, what opposite colors on the wheel do is when they're mixed, they can kind of turn gray and muddy and not a very pretty color. But yet I want these like really pretty transitions of blue and orange. So it's like, how do I keep everything blended but not looking like a muddy gray color? So it's been a interesting challenge. Also, this perspective has been a very interesting challenge for me as well. I don't do a whole lot of like worm eye view paintings, so I'll do either a lot of straight on or I do a lot of bird's eye view. So doing a worm's eye view is it's been a fun challenge, I will say. It's been interesting. Aw, thank you, Link. Thank you. And you know me, I like my high contrast. I like my high contrast of light and dark, make things look like they're glowing. Hey, it's Nacho. Hi, Nacho. Oh my gosh, I didn't even see that you were at the top. I'm so sorry. I think I just quick read and then saw the red and the red. It's okay. It's a me thing. That's okay, Nacho. You're all good. You can just lurk. Lurking is welcome. I'm just happy that you're here. Yeah, all is good. Anyway, I'm just chilling painting, so. But, yeah. So I'm adding in some of my extreme dark. As you can see, I put in a little blue. So even with working with high contrasting colors, what it has allowed me to do is make my darks look even darker by just adding the opposite color. So like right here in like the stage structure that you see here, I actually, these dark colors is like more of a blue black. So since this is all orange, I have the opportunity to make it even look richer and darker by putting in like a blue black rather than a brown black. And it looks, oh my gosh, I'll do that all the time. If I really want my shadows to look darker, that's a really good trick to have, is just to add in the opposite color that you're using. So if you have a green background, adding a little bit of red. If you have a yellow background, adding a little bit of purple. Also depends on what you're kind of going for. Yeah. Little helpful color theory tricks. Yeah, I think one of my favorite things with painting is just experimenting with color. Just seeing what I can do with it and what mixing which colors together can create what kind of mood or piece. I don't want to over blend here. Kind of need this little round brush. There we go. And these fabric folds, so I'm also trying to keep it super blended. So where my main focus is, I want to kind of leave this really blended and this really blended, but I want him to be more crispy and in focus. So that's also something that I've been trying to achieve. So I'll probably put more detail in this bracelet than in this one. At least in the end, that's my main goal. Yeah. And lately I actually got quite a few pieces done. I got the Aku painting done, which is in a box, all wrapped up, well, mostly wrapped up and ready to ship. I needed some more packing, so got more packing this morning, and it's almost good to go. So I'm super excited. What else? What else? What else? I finished that Jinx inspired painting that I've been working on stream. I just had a few details. I know I basically finished it on stream, but there's a couple of things. I think it was actually just the edges. I think it wasn't very, it was just a finishing part, not very interesting per se to have on stream to paint edges, but yeah. Got that done, and I am now working on this one. Oh, it's Art. Hi, Art. How you doing? Oh boy, all your names are in red. It's okay. You don't have to change it. It's just gonna be interesting for me. Gonna force me not to quick read. Yay, we got a good little group here. This is awesome. Yeah, I'll actually admit, I really, really like how this one's turning out. Oh, and I have so many ideas for next paintings to work on. So I know I was kind of teasing the fun drinks because that's what I've made a bunch of outlines for. But so since I went to Level Up, uh, that was what, 2 weekends ago already? Oh my gosh. Uh, first of all, Level Up was awesome. Like, probably one of my favorite cons now. It was so much fun. If anyone ever gets the opportunity to go to Level Up Expo, you should definitely go because it's on another level, and that's no pun intended. Anyway, though, getting back to my inspiration, which I came back super inspired after that con. Just everything from cosplay to painting. But we went to an anime rave, like one of those like after parties, and oh my gosh, I was super inspired. I took so many videos and pictures of all the lights. It was like a nightclub out of a movie. I definitely want to now do some nightclub paintings, and I think that would be a lot of fun. And I think I actually want them to be on a fairly large canvas because I think they would be really cool and read really well. Um, so that might be a lot of fun as like a future project to work on if you're all interested in seeing some more nightclub like pieces. I can do that in the stream. It'd be fun. Oh no, I'm sorry, Art. You're not feeling well. Oh, well, I hope you feel better soon. Oh my gosh. Oh, strep throat is any kind of sore throat, anything where you just feel here sore, it's like is the worst. You know what always helps me with a sore throat is, I don't know if you would like this, but honey lemon tea, so good. All it is just hot water, and you just squeeze like a fresh lemon, so not lemonade, like fresh lemon, and you put some honey with that, and it's really, really soothing for the throat. It always helps me. So you might, if you like honey and you like lemon, it's very good. Yeah, try it. Try it. It's really good. Little natural remedies. I know a few. But that's like my go-to thing. Or even just sipping on tea. Sipping on tea is really good. Like, there's a tea company. Oh gosh, I think it's called Natural Remedies, I want to say. It's sold at like almost any like grocery store pretty much, and they have like a ton of, with their herbal teas, they have all kinds of remedies, everything from tummy aches to even good mood, sleepy time, that kind of thing. And they have a throat coat, and that's what it's called. It's literally called throat coat tea. I think the label's like pink with some flowers on it, and that's super good for a sore throat. And again, it's herbal, so oh my gosh, and that feels good. Me too, Nacho. I love tea too. Actually, speaking of tea, I have my tea right here. Ooh, that's so cool. Oh my gosh, that's gonna look awesome. Like all the gears and stuff. That's gonna look so cool. Well, I wish you a good tattoo session. That's gonna be awesome. And oh my gosh. That's gonna be exciting. I'm excited for you, Art. And once you get the tattoos done, if you feel like sharing, I would like, please feel free to share. That'll be really fun to see. Where are you going to get tattooed, if you don't mind sharing your artist? If you want to share where you're gonna go get your tattoo done. It's gonna be a big tattoo because like Vi has like, it's like up her neck and her shoulders. I know it goes a little bit down the arms, not totally, but it like curls around the shoulder, down her back. It's huge. Oh, that's gonna be awesome. Oh man. All right, you're taking a trip. Oh, that's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be cool. Well, I hope you have a good and safe trip. Have fun. For you to go and fly out to see an artist, they must be really, really good. So that's cool. Yeah, that's the trick with tattoo. I feel like you have to find like the right artist that fits your vibe and fits what you want. Like, yeah, and sometimes you gotta travel for it, but it'll be worth it because I mean, it's permanent, you know? You definitely don't want a tattoo that you're like, I'm meh about, because that meh you're gonna have to live with. So it's super cool. So, Art, will this be your first tattoo? Or have you gotten other ones before? Because I only have two. I just have my two little dragons. I want more. Don't know when I'm gonna get more though. I got ideas though. Oh, that's cool. You have a Jinx tattoo? That's so cool. Well, at least you're not going in this year like your first tattoo. I'll be like, oh my gosh, this is so big as a first tattoo. Still big as a second tattoo, but at least you know what to expect. So you're getting Jinx and Vi. That's super cool. Or you're gonna have Jinx and Vi on you. And I don't want my highlights to be like super liney. So I'm trying to keep it all like pretty blended. Really pushing that paint into the canvas. Yeah, Nacho, more tattoos. I don't know though. I think I would just get a few more. I don't know if I would be necessarily someone that would look good completely covered. I probably wouldn't want to. Uh, Even though some people totally pull it off, when they're like completely covered and it looks so cool. Hey, that's all right, Nacho. I totally understand. No worries. Hey, it's Win. Hi, Win. How you doing? Yeah, thank you. I know it's been a while since I've actually been on, so I'm back. I'm back. And I'm back and I'm painting. And how are you doing, Win? I feel like it's been a while. All right, so I'll show you. I got the top part of the wrist so far. And yeah. So obviously it's not done. I'm gonna add more. There's like more like fabric wrinkles, but see, that's where it's going. And I don't know if it's too dark. Nah. I think it's actually okay. I think it'll lighten up once it gets here. So it I have to keep in mind that it's like, well, lights are going from different places, like behind and this side. Over here there's a light, multiple light sources going on. So maybe I'll lighten it up a little bit now looking at it. We'll see. Sometimes sometimes it's okay. Get back to it. Aw, I'm sorry when you've had a hard week. Aw. Well, let's shift your energy. Come here and put some positivity. Yes, let's shift that energy. Aw, thank you, Win. Thank you. There we go. Okay, it's actually looking a little bit better than than it was. So definitely needed to be lightened up. Yeah, because his shirt, the undershirt here, the long sleeves, is white. So, but obviously, to make white look like white, you add in all these different colors. Otherwise, it'd just be flat. So, there's grays, and of course, with the lighting, blues, yellows, orange, there's a lot going on. Yeah, so gonna just continue. And where does the next wrinkle go? Okay, so it looks like one actually goes down his arm like this. That's gonna kind of disrupt this one, but it'll give more of a realistic feel anyway, so totally good. Wondering if that's too straight. Yeah, it's a little too straight. Gonna redo it. We're just gonna kind of mess up the there we go. There we go. And I know I'm going like, it looks so funny because it almost looks like this like worm is wrapping around his arm. But it'll look like a fabric fold once I'm done, I promise. I want to make sure it's still in a good place. There we go. And then I'm gonna take this kind of more round brush, smooth it out. Want to make it look like, you know, it's like a soft fabric. Nothing stiff or rigid, very flowing. Yeah, I was actually kind of having fun with the perspective, especially with like the disc here, like really elongating it. So the disc would actually come like here, but something about it just made me even stretch it even more. It's still in the right perspective, it's just more exaggerated. So like once I was learning more about this perspective and the rules of it, then I could kind of break those rules a little bit with still staying in the rules. That's like the interesting thing about art is once you know the rules and respect them, you can break them. But you still break them within boundaries. It's kind of weird, kind of interesting. Um I know it's like it doesn't make much sense, but that's how you can get things looking over exaggerated but still be technically correct. And also with this one too, I did want some, you know, some fantasy like element to it. No, not magic, but kind of over exaggerated. Almost kind of like in a very anime type way. Maybe that's the best way to explain it. Yeah, of course, Win. I'm happy to stream. Sorry I haven't streamed lately just with the trip and then with the dog sitting. It was just couldn't happen, especially when I came home from my trip. And then the next day was dog sitting. I had so much to do that I felt bad canceling, but I was like, I kind of had to. So I'm sorry. But I'm back and I'm happy to be back. And I'm happy that you're here. I'm doing good, doing good. I'm just busy, very, very busy. Lots going on, lots of moving pieces, both within my art, in the business side of my art, with personal things going on in my life. Um, there's a there's a lot going on, but all good, you know. It's good. And actually, yesterday was a really good, productive day, so I was happy to get a lot of work done that I needed to. Yeah, like my big focus for before preparing for fan fusion is my animal ears. Um, getting those done just because I know it seems like it's like, oh, well, the show's like basically a month. It's a little less than a month, but it's basically a month away. You'll have time, but also too, I'm busy, especially with the pet sitting. So I gotta choose. It's almost like a strategy. When can I work on which projects? And I still want to get Jinx done 2, that season finale, Jinx. I want to finish. I so badly want to finish her shark hoodie, but I need to be here in my room and sewing. So it's almost like, when's a good time to smartly work on what? Because my painting, I can actually travel with my paintings pretty easily. At least the small ones I can. Bigger ones are harder. These ones, I have boxes for that I can easily travel with. You know what's really funny? What I use as boxes? You know, for Christmas, those like clothing boxes, they kind of like department stores used to give out for like the Christmas wrapping. Those like t-shirt boxes I've been using for my smaller paintings, and they actually work out really well. Um, it's kind of funny because it says like Merry Christmas on it and has like holly painted on it, but it works. It works. And they're just paper, so it's okay if the oil paint gets on them. It's like, oh well. Thank you. Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, even just this morning I was doing so many things. I was um I was getting extra packing material for the Aku painting to send that off. I was trying to make videos, trying to set up for the stream. It was even funny yesterday, when I was packing up the Aku painting to be shipped. I realized in the middle of packing, I was like, wait, I haven't taken any like uh social media photos. Like, we took a good photo of it, but we didn't take any photos like with my phone or like uh recordings of it so that I could post on the socials. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I remembered before I actually shipped it off. So quickly took it out of its packing, took some videos, and then repacked it all back up. So the Aku painting, I have not sent it off yet. Um, it's like in the process. So it's in the final process and everything. So I am preparing to ship it off, basically. Um, which I'm super excited. I'm really happy with how that piece turned out, and Greg really likes it too. So um, that's makes me happy. And I have not made posters of it. No, I have not. There's still a lot of moving pieces going around, so. No, but thinking of posters, I did actually put in an order for a bunch of new posters just yesterday, which I am actually really excited about. I'm waiting for the proofs of those so I can approve them and start production of those, and took like an inventory check. What do I have? What do I don't have? So you'll see some new posters in the next show. Super exciting. Yeah. Always something new. I really try every show to have something new. I think it's good. I think it keeps things exciting. Keeps things from being stale. And I just realized this fabric is very much just one line through the whole thing. Fabric kind of, it goes like thick and then thin. So I need to add this a little bit to make it a little thicker, so that it still does not look like just a worm underneath the sleeve. We do not need that. We do not need worms under sleeves. Yeah, I know you've been keeping busy too, Nacho. Making all those videos and everything, and I feel like just life's been busy. And I'm trying to scooch in, but I couldn't. I think my cape is blocking it. Oh shoot. What is going on? Oh. My cape was underneath the wheel. Maybe not? Maybe? Sorry. We're having chair technical difficulties. There we go. See, now that's starting to look more like a fabric fold and not just a worm underneath his sleeve. And since there is that yellow glow from the backstage, or the lighting behind the stage, I'm going to add a little bit of that. Kind of blend it in more. There we go. Chair problems. Well, it's more like chair problems mixed with my own clothing. And then I'm gonna add in a little bit of orange. Yeah, whenever playing with light and color, especially colored light, do not be afraid to really use that color light. Like, it's more than just a little outline. Like, there's so much to it. And have fun and really think of, where does that color go? Oh, clip me trying to scooch in, and my own chair is keeping me, or the fabric is keeping me from doing that. It happens. I'll be like, wait, why did I stop rolling? I'm like, oh, I'm over my own clothing. Hey, if you see a funny moment and you want to clip it, go right ahead. Alright, I'm gonna definitely add in some darker shadows here. That's okay, no worries. I'll leave the VODs up. Nacho, I'm glad you like the funny little clips. You two win. I think it's funny what you guys think is like clip worthy. Yeah, I think the VODs last like on my like Twitch page. I think they last like 6 or 7 days, something like that. I know you can permanently save some of them, not like all of them, but like if there's one that was really good, you can save it, but I don't know how to do that. Um, I know, another thing I don't know how to do and I gotta learn. But I think it's there for like 6 or 7 days. So you have more than enough time. But then that's why I go and I save them and then I upload them to YouTube, which they'll sit there for forever on my YouTube. Unless if I see some reason to take them down, which I don't really see any reason to. Especially I like having them on my YouTube just in case if anyone misses um misses a day that I'm streaming or something like that. You want to go watch back or I know I give a lot of art tips and tricks, so maybe you want to rewatch something like, oh, what was that I was talking about, or what did I demonstrate, and want to go back and rewatch it, you can. So that's why I like to put them all up on my YouTube. Oh, he was saying thanks to something else. Oh, sorry, Nacho, if I misunderstood you. Anyway, I know you like the clips anyway, so. Hey, no worries. No worries at all. Not the only time I've misunderstood something in a stream. Okay, I can't tell if this sleeve is too dark or not, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like the high contrast, so I kind of want to keep it. We'll see what happens when I add in, I'm gonna add in, there's some weird glare. Oh, there we go. I see that a lot better. There's gonna be lines here, of course, where there's like the bend of the elbow. So we'll see what happens after that. But I kind of like this like high contrast that's going on. Here, I can show you all. There we go. And I accidentally touched the side that's all wet. Oh well, I got paint all over my hands. But yeah, no, I kind of, seeing it from afar, I know it's not done the sleeve, but I kind of like this high contrast that's going on. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna continue. Aw, thank you, Win. Thank you. I know this is like so time consuming and tedious. Can you believe it? I've already been working on it for an hour. One sleeve. What you doing? How much can you paint in 1 hour? A sleeve. Painting takes time, but also details take time. Especially me, because I'm like a little perfectionist when it comes to all my detailed work. I have an exact vision of how I want everything to look. There we go. I'm just blending that out. Oh, yeah, please do tell. What Dragon Prince fact did you find out? I'm very curious. Yeah, and speaking of Dragon Prince, I saw Dragon Prince like official merch at Level Up, which I've never seen before. That was really cool walking by and I'm like, wait, what the heck? There's like Dragon Prince t-shirts and Dragon Prince they didn't have, it's not like figures. What is it called when it's just those acrylic stands that has like figures that they're like two-dimensional. They didn't have those yet. They were just like coming soon, and I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you say, oh, coming soon, but we don't actually have them yet? I guess like hype and stuff, but still, like, why? No. What? I did not know that there was a Dragon Prince video game. That's cool. I had no idea. That's awesome. Ooh, she has a Blood Moon outfit. Okay, I kind of want to see Rayla's Blood Moon outfit now. Might get cos plans, like as if I need any more cos plans. Yeah, please do share, Win. Please share. And you can send it to me, or you could put it in the Discord too, so that everyone here watching the stream can kind of be a part of the conversation. Yeah, even send it in the Discord. Then everyone can see. And I did not know that that's kind of cool. I'm like almost tempted to try this video game. I'm curious. I hope it's actually like a good fun game. I hope it's not one of those like, sometimes where it's like it's like a series or TV like movie and it doesn't turn out that good in a video game. I hope this one would actually be like fun. Oh, I got you. Cool. And I think I have to get in with this really dark right here in the creases. Because it's almost looking like this light is shining right on it right there. Which is not necessarily the case. Ah, I see. Here, I'm gonna finish blending this, then I'll go see what you posted. Now I'm curious. I'm gonna go to my Discord. And where'd you post it? Ooh! Oh, that's so cool. Very, gosh, and her blades too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, please share with everyone this concept art. This is so cool. Yeah, now thanks. Now I got a problem. Now I want to add this to my cos plans even though I don't need to add anything, but I'm looking at this and I'm like I could easily make this cosplay like no problem. The blades would be tricky, but everything else I'm like, oh, I could just whip that together. This is cool. That's cool. Thanks for giving me more cos plans ideas. Even though I don't need any more cos plan ideas. No, I think that'd be so cool. But yeah, I know you directly sent it to me. You know, you put it in the Discord, share with everyone. Cause I guess that's that might be coming soon, guys. Blood Moon Rayla. I actually need to majorly fix my Rayla. She does not fit me right anymore. And I'm like, I don't want to remake her for the third time, but I'm legitly thinking about making her again for the third time. But I think I would make her completely different. Because I do love that cosplay. I just wish it was more comfortable, and now that it doesn't quite fit me like how it used to, it's less comfortable. And that's why I don't bring out Rayla much, even though I want to bring. I wish I could say that she was a super comfortable cosplay. I think if I made her better, she could be comfortable because she's really not that big of a deal. She's just leggings, a shirt, a hoodie, and some boots. It's really not that much. How I made her with making it like the chest piece armor and it being like 3 layers of fabric. And the pants just constantly fall down. So I'm constantly pulling them up and tucking the shirt in. Should just be a bodysuit. That's what hers is. And I'm like, no, I don't want to wear a bodysuit. It should have just been a bodysuit from the beginning. Yeah. Because I would, if she was more of a comfortable cosplay, I would totally wear her even more. Hey, Blood, how you doing? I know I kind of like I still want to make a Blood Moon Huntress, even though that's probably at the sadly at the bottom of my cos plans because I just have so many other projects to work on, but I still want to cosplay her because I think she's still such a cool character. I almost like Rayla's design better than the Blood Moon Huntress. And then it's kind of cool. It's like a different variation of her. Finally got a growth spurt. Uh, um, I wish I could say that, blood. It's actually more like the things are more loose on me now, so it's kind of like the opposite. But it's okay, we don't have to talk about that. Aw, thank you. Thank you, Win. Uh, no, I have so many ideas and not enough time to do all my ideas. Yes, that would be so cool. Oh my gosh. That'd be fun. And anyways, I like wearing my elf ears, so any more like cosplays where I can have an excuse to wear my elf ears, I totally would. And honestly, looking at that design too, it looks like something that I could totally run a booth in. So that's even a plus. I'm trying to find more cosplays that I can um easily wear in a booth. Getting into might be complicated though, which I want also more cosplays that are just almost easy to put on. You know, more so casual, like maybe like one day I'll do something complicated, but doing like 3 days of like complicated cosplays and running a booth is it's a lot. It's a lot. Uh Trying to find more like that. And only what reason why I say hers seems like a lot is because she has the ponytail, which wearing ponytail wigs, they're they're a lot. I will say having season finale Jinx with like that super short hair like wig, oh my god, it's so nice. It's like the most low maintenance wig that I've styled. I don't know which one. Just put it in general. Just put it in general. I don't know which channel it would necessarily fit into the best. Aw, thank you. Thank you. Especially taking it that I had a week to create that cosplay. Oh man. You know what? I really though proved that if I just buckle down and create a cosplay, I could do it really fast. Sorry, I'm like spending so much time on the shape of this elbow just because I was struggling with this elbow before, like drawing it. Now I'm like struggling with painting it, making sure it looks right. I don't know why. I don't know why it's been like kind of tripping me up, the shape of it. Sometimes that happens in painting, where it's just a lot of like pushing paint around until you get the shape you desire. Yeah, thank you for posting it. Yeah, now everyone can see what now has been added to my cause plans. When it'll be done, I have no idea. I have too many that I've started and then I need to finish. Too many cosplays. I definitely want to, I think at the top of my list right now is like finishing Jinx, of course, but also I really want to finish Karma from the Acceleracers. And I want to work on the grunt so bad. I've been really inspired to do so and just keep working at it, but I just haven't had the time, sadly. All my time has been really going to creating like my inventory and that kind of stuff. So I really wanted my grunt done for this fan fusion. That was my goal, but that just didn't happen with the shows going on and things going on in my life, commissions. So all good stuff. It's just hasn't happened yet. Also too, I've been lately a few times I have gone back to the grunt and I know I haven't posted anything because I didn't think the progress was very interesting. It was just me trying to pattern, and it's very hard to post progress pictures of patterns because it just I don't know. I don't see like I'm like, look, I drew a line, you know. This drawing this line in the correct way took me so long. Not very interesting. But I've been stumped with the pattern. This grunt is I like knew it was gonna be a bit difficult, but I'm like, I'm creative, I can figure it out. But the grunt is just it's has stumped me in some places, just completely. So, and it's not like a ton of people have done grunts either. So a lot of it's me figuring it out. Um, yeah. So a lot of time has been going to just trying to problem solve and how I'm going to create this thing. And it's hard to create when, or at least I find it hard to create when I am completely stumped by something. Especially when in the meantime I have things I know how to do and I have like my business to take care of, like need to make art for my inventory and that kind of stuff. And it's like, why am I spending hours trying to fix a problem when I have more business related art to do? So let's see. Maybe I'll just continue on the helmet because actually the helmet was going pretty good. Oh, it's Evoli. Hello, hello. Sorry, I've been just talking away and focusing on my painting that I looked over and I'm like, ah, hello. Oh, we could have a cause plans chat. That might be good. That's actually a good idea, Evoli, to do a cause plans chat. As for now, general is all good. That's why it's called general. Also too, um, you know me, I'm pretty loose when it comes to like rules of what to put in which chats. I know some servers are more strict of like, no, this topic goes in this chat and that kind of stuff. I'm like, I'm a little lenient depending on what conversations. And besides, it's such a chill server, so we're all good. But that might be a good idea. Actually, I kind of like the idea of a cosplay channel. Or like a fan art channel. That would be cute too. I like that idea. Like if you find some I love like cool fan art, especially when it expands whatever universe it's from. I think that's a really cool idea. Yeah, we could have a fan art channel. That'd be awesome. Yeah. See, we're still learning and growing here. All's good. So I was just remixing some light blue. I thought I had some and it had already all dried up. So I'm going to add in now some light blue, kind of like reflection. I have this image of like a blue light coming through here, so there's a little bit of reflection from that. Oh, okay. I like that, Win. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I can't believe how time is flying by today. What have you done in the last hour and a half? Paint a sleeve with all the wrinkles and everything. It's all good. No, detailed work takes time. And honestly, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth being patient and taking the time to do all these tiny little details. Yay, Nacho! Yes, share your drawings. Yes, do it. Exactly. The dramatic side eye art. Yeah, Win, share your art. I think you should definitely share what drawings you've been making, especially the ones with the dramatic side eye. Definitely, for sure. And Win, yeah, you're kind of right. It does. Rayla's blood moon armor kind of does look like Azula's a little bit. So just blending this bend in the elbow. Yeah, the more colors that I put in here and the more lights and darks there is, definitely the more complicated it gets. But also the more texture and details there are, more interesting that it is. And I like to keep my art interesting. I like to keep people looking at it. I want people to stop and look and really analyze it. And then, you know, the more they stare at, the more that they see. There we go. Almost done. Finally, almost done. There we go. All right, and then let me spin it around. There we go. Yeah, see, I think it's cool. Hey, that's awesome. That's awesome, Win. Heck yeah. See, it feels good to have good progress and to get stuff done. Yeah, just keep working at it. Keep going. Mm-hmm. And when you're done, I definitely want to see the finished product. For sure. I'm excited to see how your glass is turning out. All right. So, only 30 minutes left. I don't really want to start anything new because once I think I start something new, like the face or the hands. I'm not gonna have much time. Um, the yellow on the sleeve here and the collar definitely needs more yellow, so I'm just gonna go in with the second layer and maybe more details in the bracelets. And yeah, that should be it for today. That should take up all the time left. Actually, I could have it like this. There we go. And then I'm gonna work on second layer of yellow there. All right, yeah, keep it a surprise. I like surprises. I think that's fun. And with this glow, it almost makes it look like the shirt is kind of blending in to the jacket. But I kind of like this style. It's more of like a suggestion rather than going super literal, which I kind of like. In some places, I'll go back and add in some orange where it might need some more contrast. All right, sounds good. Yeah, just let me know when, just send them over when you're all good, and sounds like a plan. Yeah, how's everyone doing? All right, now I'm gonna go in with orange. See, like up here on the collar, I added some more orange. Definitely need that second layer. Gonna add it here too. There we go. And then of course I'm not gonna leave it on just kind of so sharp like that. I'm gonna go in with my round brush and blend it in. And it looks like it might even need a third layer. That yellow is still so transparent. And it's almost blending a little too much into the white, which I'm gonna go in and add it again. And brighten that up a bit. Nice. That's good win. That's really awesome. Yeah, honestly, when you get into those like mental funks, really creating and hanging out with good friends, you know, like friends that are positive and uplifting and doing something fun like video games, that's awesome. Yeah, you take care of you, and you got this. Yeah, when I'm the type of person, whenever I get into like a mental funk kind of place, I really like to just sit in my own creativity and you know, just like be kind of like by myself and just create, you know, like it's just me and whatever my creation is. And even when I'm not in a mental funk, I think that's just a way of taking care of myself, is making sure that I am like good and like good energy wise, is making sure I always have time to myself to create. And I understand that's a me thing. Everyone is different. Um that's why though sometimes I'll be like, you I won't all of a sudden stop like posting, or I'll like be bad at answering messages, is because I probably put my phone away, like, oh, I need my own space now. And that's why sometimes I'll be like, oops, I'm sorry, I'm slow. So it's never personal if I'm late to answering messages. Promise. It's just, I just needed to take some quiet time and needed to create. Yes. Yep, very true. Very true. Very busy. And sometimes I just put my phone aside. I'll put my phone even in the other room. You know, this is another reason why I like streaming, because like I can hang out with everyone and we can all have a good time, but I'm also like actually getting work done, which is awesome. It actually all works out super, super well. Yeah, now that I'm doing this yellow, like highlights, it might have to be a third layer. I'm getting like flashbacks from when I did the avatar painting of all the firebenders and how many layers I had to do on the glow of the fire. Oh my gosh. Why do I always do this to myself? we go. Yeah, I'll definitely need to do a third layer, but I'm happy with where the progress is going. Super, super happy. And as for tomorrow's stream, not sure what I'll work on. Maybe I'll continue working on him. If you're all interested, I could, why not? Because he's kind of like one of the paintings that I do really want to complete, and I'm moving along pretty quickly on too. I mean, there's not much really left to do until it's almost done, you know? Like I pretty much have like the hand and the face and the hair. Little things left to do, even though it's still a ways away from calling it done or almost done. Here we go. Adding some deeper, richer colors. It's almost looking like it's part of his shirt, even though it's more of part of the jacket, but I think it's reading. Okay. Yeah. And I'm gonna add in a second layer on this orange here too. Oh, really? I mean, I'm not surprised because usually when concept artists come up with ideas, they will draw several ideas and then the creators will choose one, or they might combine some. Like that's the whole thing of concept art. So I'm almost not surprised that she came up with several designs, but if you found the designs, like post them in the Discord. I want to see. I want to see what her concepts of this concept art was. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love seeing concept art, like different, like how things evolve and what they could have possibly been, why the creators think something was a good idea and then discard it and then went for something else. Like I find it so fascinating. I actually have a book of like Dragon Prince concept art that I love to flip through because I find it super fascinating. I think it's cool. At one time I wanted to cosplay just for fun, like an earlier concept of Rayla. She didn't even have horns and her colors were more like muddy and gritty looking, like earthy. I think her skin was even like green. And then like it changed and evolved over time. But I thought the design was like cool because she was kind of gritty. I'm happy with how she looks now. Like, I think they did good choices and what colors for the Moon Shadow Elves should be. Rayla's just a cool character. Maybe one of these days I gotta make some Rayla fan art. I know I've done it before, but maybe even more. I don't think you can ever have too much Rayla fan art. Cool, sounds good, Win. Yes, Rayla is best elf. I'm also doing this like stippling kind of effect so it doesn't really remove the paint, kind of just works it into the canvas. And that orange on the stripe, the orange stripe on his sleeve kind of looks a little flat to me. Definitely gotta add in some different colors. So orange is a very funny color. It's kind of like red where you need other colors around it to look like orange. I think that's just most warm tones in general. So I have like a lighter orange here that I'll use, but I'm also going to use, I mixed up some burnt sienna mixed with orange and yellow, and that's what I'm going to use as my shadow for this orange on the sleeve, just so it doesn't look like just such a flat, straight stripe. Because it does kind of just look like it's floating there. See, there we go. But it still looks, see, now the orange has shadow, but it still looks like orange. And it's just like little touches, like touch, touch, touch. Just like tap, tap, tap. Yep, that is true. That is true blood. No, you should definitely go for it. Art is so nice, like, and it's fun and it's good. And yes, it does take a lot of time to develop like skills in a style, but just go for it. Art is definitely a commitment. I will say that. And you always have to constantly work on your skills too. There's no such thing as just waking up one morning and creating a masterpiece, and in the hours to put into, like, oh my gosh, I don't know how many hours I have into this one. So many though already. Yeah, exactly, Nacho. Aw, that makes me happy, Nacho. Yeah, keep working at it. Because the more you work at drawing too, the better you'll get. Yes, that makes me happy. Yep, very true, Win. Very true. All right. So I'm gonna do just a couple more streaks of yellow. All right. Just gonna look and see if there's anything else I can add or anything I have missed before I call it a day here. I do that all the time where I'll be like, oh yeah, oh I got that there and I got that there, that looks good, and then all of a sudden I'll be like cleaning up and then I notice something. I'm like, wait, I missed something here. I have to go back and I have to fix it because I'm afraid I won't remember the next time that I come back to this painting. Sorry, I just got into full concentration mode. Also, like, hardly breathing with these next few little parts. Like, don't breathe. Don't breathe. Don't breathe. And see, with each layer, with that, like, the glowing light comes to life, it really brings the entire thing to life. Ah. I know, right? I gotta focus. I'm focusing. Almost done though. Ah, and this like sleeve over here is turning out so cool. It's just like one of those teeny little details. I use the small brushes so much. I don't even know why I have large brushes, honestly. Why do I have them? I just use the tiny ones. All right. There we go. There we are. And perfect. Haha. Well, there you go. Yeah, I'm not sure how the command thing exactly works. I'm gonna look into that exactly how it works too. But anywho, as for today, so that was I think I made pretty good progress today. Look, like I was saying before, I always end up seeing something. There we go. Here we are. Thank you. Thank you, Win. Thank you. I'm really happy with the progress today. I'm really, really happy with how this sleeve turned out. I know it took a long time, but I'm I really like all the folds in the fabric and everything. It really comes to life quite nicely. Thank you, Evily. Thank you. Yeah. Aw, thank you, Win. Thank you. And thank you for always joining, too. Thank you, Nacho. Yep, Shirako. Thank you, Nacho. Yep, so that is it for today's stream. Time went by super fast, but made really good progress. I think for tomorrow's stream, same time, I will continue working on this painting. Oh, thank you, Nacho. Yes. And thank you for everyone who joined today. I'm really, really happy to be back. I kind of missed streaming. I was like, this feels weird. I've gotten used to it. I like hanging out with everyone. I do. And I like showing my art and getting to talk about it. So, yeah. Well, all right. Um, hopefully I will see everyone tomorrow, same time. And as for now, bye!